Last summer we had a storm roll in. It was like around midnight, and didn't think too much of it, just a thunderstorm. Turned out it was a tornado, and it wiped out tons of trees on my land. And it knocked the power out that night, and I didn't even know any trees were down. I didn't know how bad it was till the next morning. And I came out here the next morning. This was probably one of the biggest trees on my land. I'd always looked at this tree out here in the woods, and I always thought it was neat just because of how big it was. Pine trees don't normally get this big around here. They've been logged or ice storm, something gets them. And I just measured this one at the base. It's around 26 to 28 inches, which is, in some parts of the country that may not be big, but here in Arkansas, this is a big pine tree. I would never have dreamed of cutting it. I just thought it was neat how big it was. So, but now that it's down, I'm going to try to get some use out of it. I sure hate to see it go to waste. Wow, that was heavy. My old backhoe just almost didn't want to pick that up. I had to back up this hill. It's kind of steep, and it's been raining, so I had to actually lower my boom on the bucket, the back bucket, to get a little bit of weight so I get some traction to go back up this hill. And that was only the middle section. You ever count the rings on a tree? I do it all the time when I cut big ones. It's fascinating to me. It's really interesting. Take a look. Okay, the tree went down in 2017. So I marked back 10 years, 10, 20, 30. See right there, 1986. That's the year I graduated high school. 10, 20, look right there. 1968, that's the year I was born. Keep going back, 1947. 1937. The best I can tell, this tree was a sapling in 1932. I mean, people were driving Model A's. 1932. Pretty amazing. "27 inches. Keep in mind, my sawmill really only cuts about 18 or 19 inches maximum width, so I don't even know if I can get it on there. I may have to kind of whittle it down a little bit at a time. We'll see, but I guess I'll pick up on this at the sawmill. This log's way too big for my sawmill. I'm going to attempt it. It's, I don't remember what I measured, 26 inches. It's 10 foot long. Any of you guys have any idea what a 10 foot long, 26 inch diameter pine log would way, put it down in the comments because I'm kind of curious. But to stack the odds in my favor, put a new blade on the mill. I'm actually got stacked up some blocks underneath my loading ramps because I'm afraid this thing's so heavy it's going to break them. So I want to give it a shot. This is probably a bad idea. Who knows? It worked. I don't know if I explained what I was going for with this log, but I'm looking to get some 3 or 4 inch thick slabs that are 18 inches wide. I want to be able to put them side by side and make some 3-foot wide bench tops for my shop. Man, what are you doing? What do you mean? Why are you trying to wrestle that huge log all around? I don't really have any other way. Yeah, don't be a dummy. You know the commenters down below are going to roast you. Yeah, this log is kicking my ass. Well, I'm pretty sure somebody recently gave some good advice on this subject.
You're going to have some way of moving these logs around. I mean, this is too much work to try to manhandle them around.
Yeah, but I don't really have any room around my mill. Well, genius, make some room. Squirrel! I literally could not turn this log by myself. I tried and tried. I broke my cant hook last night. I could turn it when it was round. I could roll it, but once it got some flats on it, could not budge it. It's going to be my first ever attempt at a full 18-inch wide cut. I think about 12 or 13 is as wide as I've ever tried. Remember, I've only got an 11 horsepower motor, so I don't know how this is going to go. Wow, look at that. 18-inch wide, 2 inches thick. I can't hardly move it. 10 feet long. Now that's a board right there. Wow. Okay, that first cut was just 2 inches thick to get this thing down square. Now I'm gonna go for my first 3-inch thick actual slab, the benchtop slabs that I'm hoping to get out of this. Well, we got there. It was a lot of work. I'm pooped out. I got 4 18-inch wide, 3-inch thick slabs. Should make some awesome bench tops. Or heck, if anybody needs a 1,000-pound farm table. A lot of fun. It is absolutely the max that my little mill can handle. On the 18-inch wide cuts, it's really slow. It's struggling, so that's for sure the max. Anyway, a lot of fun. I got some cool material. Let it dry for a year and we'll see what we make. Catch you on the next one.